What's going on YouTube? 4 months. Has it really been that long? I know, I can't believe it either. So I guess a little quick update before we dive in is hasn't been a lot of videos, strictly from the fact that I haven't had a lot of things to make videos on, and I apologize for that. We're going to try to be stepping it up here. I've got a couple videos that I'm actually going to crank out today. Upload them at different times, but I'm going to get a couple in the bag and try to get back on a steady grind again. Everything that I make videos on, it's all purchased with my money, and there's nothing that's been given to me for review that's free or anything like that. So if you see it, I've bought it, and I've got a kid and a mortgage and stuff like that. So money can't always go towards the toys. So but yeah, so what do we got? Judging by the title of the video, you're looking at your screen right now saying, that isn't a 940 Osborne, what's he talking about? And you're right, it's not. This is the old Gerber Air Ranger. 940 is a knife that I have wanted for probably about 5 years, and just haven't been able to fork the money over to get one, because we all know about how much they cost. They're, depending on where you look, anywhere from $200 to $220, maybe, you know, plus or minus $10 from there. And I've never been able to commit myself to spending that kind of money on a pocket knife. But would you look what we got here? There it is, Benchmade 940 Osborne. Let's take a look at it. There's the logo. 940. Flip it over. S30V steel. Look at it. Man, that's a beautiful knife. It's dirty. EDC knife. Benchmade pretty much nailed it when they designed this knife. There's a lot of companies that try to emulate it. There's a lot of companies that try to reproduce it, and nobody can do it like Benchmade. So, believe it or not, there are a couple small things that I don't like about the knife, and when I say, they're small, very small. And speaking of small, the first one is going to be, you hear about S30V having the edge chip, and I'm not even going to be able to show it to you on camera. There's just a real small little chip right up here in the very front of the blade. You can't even see it. A good sharpening would take it out, so it's not a big deal. Second thing that I don't like is the pocket clip, and I'll show you why. So when your pocket clip is down, you still have this large gap right here, and what I find happens is this snags on stuff. More times than not, I'll sit down in a chair, whether it be a lawn chair or I'm walking close to something. This always tends to snag, and you can see there's this gap here now, and it bends this pocket clip out. I've had this pocket clip clear out here. Luckily, you just got to use a few small Torx bits, and you can take it out and rebend this end to get this pressed down, which I need to do again. But I hate that. You can notice on like the Air Ranger, see how low of a profile that pocket clip has? That pocket clip, I mean, it does protrude, but it tends to lay pretty flat from about here down, and what I found is that helps it not catch. Where in comparison, look how much that pocket clip on that 940 sticks out, and that just plays hell with that pocket clip. I wish they'd either change the design, or if they have a replacement one, I'd be all about buying a replacement pocket clip, so that way I'm not bending that out, because one of these days I'm going to bend that out and I'm going to end up losing it, and then really going to piss me off. But yeah, so nice. I love that titanium, that purple titanium inlay there in the spine. It's got kind of a nice smooth satin finish. Green, you got your stainless steel liners, the access lock, and if you've never felt one of these knives, probably the easiest place for someone to go grab one of these and play with it and mess with it would be Cabela's. And you have to play with one to just appreciate how smooth these knives operate. Just turn the lighting down a little bit so we're not getting blown out so much. And when I say that, it's, you know, this is not a assisted or like an automatic knife. I mean, you can see you can run it out. I mean, it's not assisted in any way, but it's the tolerance and the bushings that they put in here that give it the smooth action. I mean, you can release this knife and the blade falls shut. If I were to hold this knife inverted, open up the access lock, that thing just swings out. I mean, this is such a smooth action. I haven't felt anything like it. I mean, it's unbelievable. And nice, easy flick. I mean, it deploys every time, locks up, never have to. And right there, I'm just unlocking it, letting it shut on, you know, by itself. I mean, it's so smooth. You can get addicting. I drive my wife crazy. I always pull that thing out and I end up flipping it and hearing that clicking all the time. You can drive a man crazy hearing that. But it's addicting. It's just unbelievable how well that's put together. The lockup, nice solid lockup. There's no wiggle in here. The knife feels incredibly solid, and I think I have seen some, maybe not the 940. I want to say you can get it with the back portion here serrated, similar to what this Air Ranger has. And I'm going to be honest, I hate serrated blades, and this has a serrated blade here on the back, and it limits the amount of working room that you have with a blade. Now you can see here for comparison blade length. Zoom you out a bit so you guys can kind of see blade length. The 940 does have a longer blade, and I like it. I mean, I like it when you get into a little bit of a bigger task that you've got a little bit more blade real estate to work with, whether it be, you know, you're cutting a piece of hose or a garden hose, or cutting a package, or baling twine, or some rope. I mean, it's nice being able to get, you know, rope laid over here, get a nice bite, and just rip through it pretty effortlessly. So overall, been extremely happy with the knife. Besides mainly the pocket clip, those two little, that little nick up front on the blade. It's just going to be a matter of just sharpening it, and that'll come right out. So I mean, yeah, I wish it wouldn't have happened, but that's not a make or break deal on a knife that is this nice. I guess another thing that would have been a little bit nicer is if, I mean, you can see here, like it's kind of like the liner. The liner has a little bit of jimping up here on the top, but it's flush. You know, you can see that it's not like a raised jimp, and the same thing down here in the bottom. It's recessed. You can see the green in between there. So that would be nice to have a little bit more grip, you know, there. But overall, I mean, you can't. I mean, realistically, the handle's a good enough size that you don't have to worry about it. I mean, it's not a, you know, you got enough real estate here to have a grip where that jimping is not going to be as crucial as it would be on a smaller blade. The Air Ranger did have some jimping on the top. It wasn't overly aggressive, but it is there. And then the bottom, it didn't have any besides that little bit on the liner lock, which is pretty much just grip for unlocking it. So yeah, so why have I kept this in the frame? Let me know what you guys think. And I'm not opposed to, I mean, if everyone says no, that's stupid, I don't care. But I was going to do this, I was going to give this away for the 100 subscriber mark. I mean, it is used, and I had a friend that has a sharpener that sharpened it, and then I had to try to reprofile it, and then he sharpened again. So the edge has been brought back, you can see. There's scratches on it all over. This knife got used pretty hard. Don't believe there's any chips really. I mean, there's a kind of an area right down here that's got a little bit of a nick in it, but It's sharp. I mean, it cuts. Here's a piece of cardboard from a SD card. And this is like a thick double-backed cardboard. So, I mean, it's not like it's dull. I mean, it's functional. And quite honestly, leave it in the comments if you know if I can even send anything like that. I don't know. I mean, can you mail a knife in the mail? I mean, I know dealers can, but I mean, can I send this to somebody? But if I can, 100 subscribers, we'll put up a video and we'll give this puppy away. So, yeah, it's got some character, but overall, 940 Osborne gets a thumbs up from me and from a lot of people. It's a beautiful knife, and like I said, if you get the opportunity, go to Cabela's or somewhere, or your local knife shop if you have one that carries knives that are higher end. I think Gander Mountain started carrying some 940s, and go play with one. Try it out. I mean, they are just a joy to own, and they're awesome. They are. They're really awesome. I can't complain. Even with the pocket clip driving me crazy, I can't complain. So I appreciate you guys sticking around. Appreciate you guys hanging out, and I'd really appreciate it if you give the video a thumbs up and leave some comments. Let me know if you guys want to win something like that, or we'll try to cook up something different. Like I said, I'm on a limited budget, so I'm not like any other station or YouTube channel giving away hoverboards and AR uppers and stuff like that. So yeah, if you let me know what you think, leave it in the comments. I've got a few more things I'm going to be making videos on. I'm going to try to crank a few out today and upload them at different times. But if you guys enjoy, let me know, hit the thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one.